Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm a fan of the Miami Dolphins, and for the last 2 decades, they've been overrun in a division that has stood no shot. Some divisions in sports are just awful, but at least one team must make the playoffs in each of them, right? Meanwhile, some great teams sometimes have to miss out on the playoffs because they're stuck in the same division as many other great clubs. I'm Mike Cantalupo, and we're not talking about the AFC East today. Here are the 10 toughest divisions in sports right now. Hey guys, if you're new to Toro Pro Sports or just like our videos as you see them over time, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and a huge shout out to Maine Boyce for suggesting this video. Bet you he's subscribed. Number 10, the Northwest Division in the NBA. 4 playoff teams in 2017. The OKC Thunder were a juggernaut with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Damian Lillard and Portland have been a playoff team for every year since 2014. The Utah Jazz, they have a great defense, and that gets them into the playoffs as well. And then the Timberwolves got Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. The Denver Nuggets, they won 46 games in 2017 and missed the playoffs, but they'll continue to contend. These are 5 potential 50-win teams in a single division. Number 9, the Central Division in the NHL. The Predators reached the Stanley Cup in 2017, and they won the President's Trophy in 2018. The Winnipeg Jets reached the 2018 Western Conference Final. The Preds and the Jets are both loaded with superstars. The Minnesota Wild have been a playoff team every year since 2013. Chicago Blackhawks have 3 Stanley Cups in the 2010s. Yeah, sure, their window may be closing, but they have that history of success. The Dallas Stars and Colorado Avalanche, they have lots of talent, and they're usually in the playoff race. Then you have the St. Louis Blues, who are in the playoffs every year from 2012 to 2017. None of these teams are bad. All of them have made plenty of noise in recent years. No pushovers. You earn your spot in the playoffs in that division. Number 8, the NL Central and the MLB. The Chicago Cubs are now a juggernaut. The NLCS in 2015, 16, and 17 went to them. Then they ended in a 108-year World Series drought in 2016. The St. Louis Cardinals are no slouches, 4 World Series appearances and World Series wins in 2006. And then 2011, the Cards made every NLCS from 2011 to 2014. The Milwaukee Brewers are an up-and-coming contender. They have winning seasons in 2017 and 2018. The Pirates also made the playoffs in 2013, 14, and 15. They maybe will return to contention soon. Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, 3 legitimate contenders. The division has always been tough, and it's not going to change now. It's tough in a tough division to make the playoffs. Number 7, the Atlantic Division in the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they reached 3 of the last 4 Eastern Conference Finals. Steven Stamkos has led that team amongst other stars. Incredible role players on that team as well. The Toronto Maple Leafs, now they have John Tavares to add to Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. The Bruins are a consistent playoff team, at least in the 2010s. The Panthers are trending up with Barkov, Ekblad, and the rest of that team. Vinny Trocheck, shout out to Vinny Trocheck. The Senators and Habs are awful, but they were good for a little while. It's a race filled with a couple actual contenders. Number 6, the AL West and the MLB. The Houston Astros, they won the 2017 World Series. Another excellent year is upon them in 2018. The Oakland A's, they're also a 2018 MLB playoff team. The Mariners have also had a winning record in 2018. The Angels are still talented with Ohtani, Albert Pujols, and Mike Trout. The Astros are the class of that division and the class of the MLB, but they have 3 star-studded teams to occupy them, and the division will be a dogfight for a long time to come. Number 5, the SEC West. Alabama is the best football program in America, at least college-wise. LSU is always a top 20 team in the coaches and AP polls. They're always playing in bowl games. Mississippi State, they're pretty good. Then you have Auburn, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, perennial winners. It's just not a fun division for anybody, especially when you only really get to win or lose 1 game. You get to lose 1 game. Number 4, the NFC South in the NFL. 3 playoff teams from the NFC in 2017. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Michael Thomas, Marshawn Lattimore. Saints, they should contend for a long time, I think. The Atlanta Falcons are always a threat. They've reached Super Bowl 51. The Carolina Panthers had 15 wins in 2015. They also reached Super Bowl 50. Cam Newton took them to the playoffs in 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2017. Then you have the Buccaneers, who are sleeping. We are all sleeping on the Buccaneers. The NFC South is wide open, and there are plenty of potential playoff teams right in there. Number 3, the Atlantic Division in the NBA. 3 NBA finalist contenders right there. You have the Toronto Raptors with Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, and the league's best bench. 59 wins in 2017 and 2018. 5 consecutive playoff seasons. The Boston Celtics, they have consecutive now Eastern Conference Final trips. Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum. The 76ers, they got a bunch of good players too. They're trusting the process. When do 3 title contenders ever appear in the same division? Not the Nets and the Knicks. Maybe in 10 years. Number 2, the AL East and the MLB. Baseball's toughest division for a long time. The Red Sox and the Yankees are the annual powerhouses. They're the greatest rivalry in sports, and it's because of that division. Tampa Bay, they made the playoffs in 2008, 2010, 2011, and 2013. They had a winning season in 2018. Could have made the playoffs if they were in the AL Central instead. The Orioles also had a nice run, playoffs in 2012, 14, and 16. But yeah, it's really because the Red Sox and the Yankees and make that division brutal. Number 1, the NFC North in the NFL. The Vikings and the Packers, 2 perennial Super Bowl contenders. The Packers are a juggernaut with Aaron Rodgers. 3 NFC title appearances, a Super Bowl 45 victory. The Vikings reached the 2017 NFC Championship. They have arguably the NFL's best defense and Kirk Cousins, so that's something to talk about. Maybe the Detroit Lions aren't going to be slouches. They had winning seasons in 2014, 2016, and 2017. And now the Bears might be good because they have Khalil Mack. Listen, none of the teams are pushovers. Any team could beat any team any given Sunday. 2 Super Bowl caliber teams in Minnesota and Green Bay, and then 2 teams potentially on the upkick. What do you think is the toughest division in all of sports? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Mike Cantalupo. Thanks for watching.